Why is this a trend? How long is it going to continue? What's going to come next out of this whole thing? These are all questions we want to know, and that's what we're here to answer. Welcome back to Eek, everybody. Danny, how are you doing?
I'm so good. We've missed you a lot.
Yes, we have. Sorry for being gone. Sorry.
We both got part-time jobs at the Burger King, and it's really been taking up a lot of our extra time.
It's gotta be it. So today, we're gonna be talking about the obscene, weird trend that has been a thing for the past few years. Children's characters being turned into horror movies. So, the main movies we're gonna be talking about today are the Banana Splits movie, The Mean One, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Let's get into it. The beginning of this trend, from what I can tell, is the Banana Splits movie from 2019. This was directed by, I'm gonna absolutely murder this name, I apologize so much, Danishka Esterhazy. Danishka Esterhazy. I think I probably
Anishka's crazy.
I probably got it right one of those times. According to the wiki page for the Banana Splits movie, it is the first horror movie that is adapted from a pre-existing children's property. So, perfect place to start.
I just didn't know children could have property.
Well, you know, do you know the Banana Splits show?
I do not. I've heard you mumble about it here and there. You
Okay.
seem very passionate about this. I've heard you speak the name once or twice or five.
I'm not very passionate. Let's relax a little bit. I would say before this movie, no idea, never heard of it. It's a show from it started in 1968. I don't know, man. I wasn't exactly
Good year.
around then. Was it? Yeah. What else happened that year? Huh?
1968.
Yeah.
Vietnam, I think.
Wow, yeah, it's a great year. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Anyways, the Banana Splits TV show is basically they're like a band. We got Fleagle, Bingo, Drooper, and Snorky. All right. Someone brought up the idea of why not make it a horror movie? They're already a little creepy looking. Five Nights at Freddy's is popping off, so why not throw it in there?
Oh, so this is modern.
Yes, yeah. This movie came out in 2019.
Oh wow.
But the show is from the 60s. Sci-Fi Channel had a little hand in the production of it and getting it out. The big elephant in the room here, like I had mentioned a minute ago, is
Snorkel?
Nope. Okay, all right. You know what? You know what? So the not animatronic elephant in the room here is okay. It looks exactly like Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a lot of rumors. I wasn't able to find and confirm that this is or is not the case. There's a lot of rumors floating around on the internet that the script for this was originally a Five Nights at Freddy's movie script back when that movie wasn't coming out for 13 years, because I guess
fits the shoes.
Yeah.
It fits the huge animal-shaped shoes.
The giant clown animal feet. Warner Brothers had the rights to it, and then due to just disagreements, they lost the rights. I don't know. I'm not here to tell you if it was or wasn't. All right, I'm just here to tell you that it exists. This movie is gonna be very different from most of the other ones we talk about, because this is like an official movie. Like the official team had stuff to do with it. This isn't because they entered the public domain. This isn't like a parody. This is just they just turned these characters into this, which I think the idea was so cool.
So is it like these characters just turned into homicidal bastards out of nowhere? Have you seen this movie?
I have seen this movie. I actually enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good.
Really?
Okay, pretty good. All things considered, it's pretty good. It's like a live studio show. A bunch of people go to the show, and then they the animatronics are alive ? And get told before they go out and perform that their show is going to be canceled after this, so they get pissed and just start killing folks.
Been there, done that, man.
I also just think it's so crazy that it's like I said, it's not a parody, and it's not because they're in the public domain. They just were well, we got them. We're not going to do anything with them. Might as well.
If you have a dead property, you might as well.
Yeah.
Give it one last hoorah and turn that little snorkel monster into a killing machine.
Yeah, and when they were making it, they were saying that the inspirations for the movie were Chopping Mall and Child's Play and stuff like that. So, I think that's pretty sick. I think it's cool. It previewed at Comic-Con in 2019, and then it didn't have a theatrical release. It just went straight to home media. Didn't make a ton of money, just under like 300,000 on like DVD sales.
Dude, I make that in a week flipping fries at the BK.
Yeah, do you? Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I think that just kind of the reason it never took off is because, I mean, people don't know these characters. Like, I mean, not really anyone in
Yeah,
our
everyone was
generation.
focused on Vietnam. No
Yeah,
one was thinking about the
same,
banana
bro.
splits.
I don't know about you. I was thinking
They
about
should have
fucking
sent them to Vietnam. They should have made a movie where they went in Vietnam and were fighting on the front
no. I
lines,
don't.
getting
I don't want to
trench
see.
foot and
No, I don't want to see Fleagle with PTSD. All right, listen.
Yeah, it's a really bad problem.
Yeah. Uh. Anyways,
The amount of
also,
homeless veterans on our streets disgusting. They need to do something about this.
while I was doing research for this, I discovered a little fun fact, and I do feel like I've heard this before, like once or twice, but I don't know if I believed it. But like, I saw it on the internet again, and like seeing it more than once, it can't be a fluke. It's got to be true. Was that the live-action Scooby-Doo movie was originally rated R in its first cut?
Oh man, we got screwed.
This is like unrelated to Banana Splits, but like, could you imagine? That would have been so good. Oh my god.
Dude, if I could watch Scooby Doo smoke a spliff, dude.
That's 100% what they were hinting at the beginning of the
That's
movie too.
all they were doing.
That is
Yeah, when they got out of
literally
the
what that
smoky
movie
car.
was. Yeah, bro. That and then when he's like, "Yeah, we don't go near any places with spooky or creepy in the name," and then Scooby goes, "Or hydrocolonic," and Shaggy's like, "Yeah, but that's for a completely different reason." That's so good. That's golden. But yeah, I think that's about the end of the Banana Splits part. Main thing you got to know is just that one was, like the first property, the first horror movie that was used with a children's property that was already existing. Next, we are going to be talking about 2022's The Mean One. The Mean One, the director is going to be Stephen Lamorte, who is also, fun fact, doing the Screamboat movie that is set to come out next year. So, that one is about Steamboat Willie, believe it or not.
What does he do? Pull out his mouse tool on everybody?
Probably. Well, the thing with that is, like, with the Mickey Mouse being in the public domain, is that it's not like the Mickey Mouse that everyone knows today. It's like specifically Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. So like he can't be like wearing like the red shorts and like all of this stuff that like we associate with him today. It's like specifically very old Mickey Mouse.
So he's just gonna be a black and white mouse.
Yeah, which I think is scarier for horror movies anyways. Like I feel like those are creepy anyways. But yeah,
old animation is horrifying.
Yeah, bro, that was like some of the best parts of Skinamarink was just like the cartoons on the TV. But yeah, this The Mean One, I actually watched this one in theaters. It is exactly what you think it is.
Grinch, he's killing everybody.
Yeah. This movie actually also, weirdly enough, apparently started as a fake trailer that was released on YouTube. But so many people were like, "Oh my god, when's the movie coming out? This is awesome. This is awesome." That they were kind of like, "All right, well, we gotta actually just make this now." Like so many people, this has got to be a hit.
He looks like an action figure.
Yeah, low key. He looks like so similar.
Jim Carrey's The Mask.
To, well, I was gonna say he just looks so similar to Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Oh yeah,
But,
he looks like Jim Carrey under there.
Yeah, which like, you know what? You just kind of made me had a realization that the guy who plays him kind of looks like Jim Carrey. Because the person who plays the Mean One is David Howard Thornton, who, for those of you who do not know, is Art the Clown in Terrifier.
Oh, I don't know, because that movie series seems like ass and butt.
Alright, there you go.
I said it. I've never seen it. Probably never will. It looks like ass and butt. Ass and butt.
Let us know if you want a video of Danny having to watch all the Terrifier movies.
If this gets 100 views, I'll watch all of them and review them on a solo video in the dark.
David Howard Thornton is also going to be playing Steamboat Willie in the Greenboat movie.
Thank God.
So the reason that this one is also important in this whole trend is this one is obviously not a, official property. This one is technically considered a parody. So the character's not named the Grinch. They never say the Grinch in the movie. That's why it's the mean one throughout the entire thing. They tiptoe around calling him the Grinch.
So is his license not up yet?
No, his is not going to be up for like another like 30 years or something.
Okay.
So yeah, so
But they
this
can
is
still imitate him as close as possible.
yeah, and that's why it's like a little shocking that he does look so similar to like the Jim
He
Carrey's
does.
Grinch, is because it's like it's not allowed. It's technically a parody. But yeah, this movie, I couldn't see how much they spent to make this movie either. However, I can assume it was probably not a lot just from the way the director was talking about it in interviews and all that stuff. And this movie made over $1 million in just the theatrical release, so for worldwide. So
Dude, I make that in 2 weeks at the BK flipping burgers.
no, he doesn't. Yeah, I think this movie did
I need
better.
brake pads really bad.
If you know a guy selling catalytic converters for a 2013 Ford, let me know. Yeah, I think that this movie just did so much better than the Banana Splits movie for a few reasons. I think that it had just hit the right time. I mean, the Banana Splits was also like pre-COVID, so like that wasn't even a thought in people's brains. They were just like focusing on, I don't know, what movies came out in 2019. I bet it was something good.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll just assume
Isn't
it was
that
something
your
good.
job, producer?
Listen,
Mike, pull it up.
yeah, get in here.
Mike.
Dude never listens.
Never. The Momo movie came out in 2020.
Oh yeah, thank God.
Hashtag 2019 rather.
Yeah, I was looking for
Hashtag follow
2019.
me. Vivarium. I hate Vivarium. Movie sucks.
Thought it was okay. I didn't really love or hate it.
Scary stories. Room. Nothing that crazy. I'm sure there's like other like not as big ones that might be like low key hitters, but
Well, won the Oscar
This-
for that year. And Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, okay.
whatever.
Nah,
Bunch
whatever.
of mid if you
Anyways,
ask me.
yeah. I think it was just in a better time and place to make more money. And on top of that, the Grinch is a character that like everybody grew up with. I like don't know anybody who has never heard of the Grinch, never seen a version of the Grinch, whether it's the creepy old cartoon or the Jim Carrey movie or the Benedict Cumberbatch movie with Tyler the Creator on the soundtrack. Everybody knows the Grinch to some degree.
Yeah, he's the guy that stole Christmas.
Darn tootin'. So, wanting to see him, just really rip a town to shreds is interesting for sure. It's enough to get people going to the movies. The final movie we're going to be talking about in length today is going to be the one that I'm sure everybody watching this knows of, if has not seen or anything like that. So
No, I've actually never seen it.
I have only seen parts of it.
It looks bad.
I will say this one is my least favorite of these three. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is directed by Reese Frake Waterfield.
Me when there's a leak in my front lawn.
So this movie is also not an official movie. This one is also not a parody. This is because on January 1st of 2022, Winnie the Pooh entered the public domain due to copyright laws. Not going to get too much into it right here because you don't want to listen to it and I don't want to talk about it. Long story
Someone
short,
wrote it down in a book, and now we're allowed to do it.
yeah, long story short,
Kind of like smoking that gas.
True that. Thanks, Dracula.
Someone was
Flow.
like, "Yeah, you can smoke that gas now." Thanks, Bernie Sanders, for the gas.
Yeah. Basically, for stuff before 1978, it is usually about 95 years of being copyrighted before it goes into the public domain.
So someone can steal Eek in 95 years?
Well, now it's got this weird rule where it like lasts like as long as like the creator lives plus a certain amount of years, or like 120 years or something like that, or like whatever comes soon. It's just really stupid. It's
Oh, I'm gonna live forever.
now they have it rigged now, so it's like basically like
I was taking
studios
out the
never had
trash
grow
at Burger
characters.
King, and then a vampire bit me on the neck, and Here I am 75 years later.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. It's really stupid. It's just designed basically to never let big studios lose their characters. It's annoying. But Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was originally announced in May of 2022, so 5 months after Winnie the Pooh entered public domain, and it was released in Mexico on January 26th, 2023. Went to like the US like a month later, and everywhere else like or not a year, a month later, and then everywhere else a month later after that. This movie was originally set for a one night event, but because it got so popular online, they were like, well, let's just spread it out a little bit more. Do you have any idea how much this movie made?
About as much as I make in a month. 20 million.
No. All right, let's relax a little bit. So the budget for this movie
$40.
is $100,000.
Oh, that's like nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing for a movie.
That's as much as I make in a day.
The film made $7.7 million.
Boom, boom.
I wish I could do the effect where my tongue just rolls out into stairs and a funky little guy walks down my tongue. Yeah, so insane. Even though it like did not get good reviews, it was not getting good ratings. Everybody had to go see it because once again,
they want to see the bear kill guys.
Yeah, everyone knows Winnie the Pooh, whether you're happy about it or angry about it. Which there were a lot of people who were angry about the fact that this movie exists. Which, like, I don't know, get over it. Shut up. But yeah, so everyone wanted to go see it. The movie, the first Blood and Honey, is currently, at the time of recording this, sitting at a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ew!
Yeah, like, it does not have good reviews whatsoever. But so many people have seen it.
Wow.
Yeah, and
if you guys didn't know that's 3 out of 100.
Yep.
Which is like
yeah, it's not out of 5 and it's not out of 10.
Yeah.
But they already had a sequel greenlit before the movie even came out. So they immediately continued to make the second one. The budget.
Yeah, because I was taking out the garbage at Burger King and some Warner Brothers executive ran up to me with a baseball bat and stole my paycheck. Now they're gonna use that $100,000 to make Winnie the Pooh 2.
Well, it's okay because you'll make that next week, right?
Yeah, money comes around.
Yeah.
I think I need rotors too.
The budget for the second Blood and Honey was 5 times the amount of the first, so it's $500,000, which realistically is still not a lot
for a movie. No,
yeah, it's really not
like $1 million's cheap for a movie.
A movie of this scale, and the second one went into theaters and made $7.5 million. So pretty much.
Wait, there's two were out?
Oh yeah, the second one, from what I can tell, I haven't watched it because I did not care for the first. The second one is supposed to be a lot better. I heard the story's a lot better. The masks, like, it doesn't just look like they're wearing rubber masks anymore. They have like actual like makeup and like effects and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe one day I'll watch it. I don't know. I got better movies to watch. I don't know. Like the Momo movie. But yeah, a week before the sequel dropped, they announced the Poohniverse.
Whoa.
Yeah.
If I was 13, I'd think that was hilarious.
Essentially, that just kind of showed what the Blood and Honey team had in store, which was basically they're going to be doing a Bambi movie titled Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan movie of Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, and Pinocchio Unstrung, which the Pinocchio movie will be directed by the same person as Blood and Honey. I don't think the other two will be.
Oh, man.
Basically, it does not look like this trend will be stopping anytime soon, because those are going to carry us well into 2025. And as I was writing the script for this episode, they literally just announced another one. It is they just announced a Popeye horror movie. Yeah. Yep.
It looks like a Left 4 Dead trailer.
Yeah, bro, doesn't he look like Bill Overbeck?
Yeah.
Yeah, they announced a Popeye horror movie, like spinach eating Robin Williams ass
Bitch.
Popeye. So I don't know. Doesn't look like it's gonna be stopping anytime soon. And why? Why is this a thing? I mean, it makes money. I mean, let's look at the first Blood and Honey. It made $7.7 million on a budget of 100,000. And no, I don't think every single one that comes out after that is going to be making nearly the same as that. I think that is the trendsetter. I think that is going to be the one that everybody tries to chase. But it's hitting a time where like so many characters were created in a certain time period that they're all going to be public domain very soon, which is why we're seeing the Mickey Mouse, the Popeye, all this stuff. And as long as these characters, as long as these movies are bringing in monies, they don't care. They're gonna keep doing it. So I don't know. Who cares? Why not? Have a little fun.
It looks like in like the late 1910s and into the 1920s and 30s. That's when like the golden age was the 30s, but the 20s is when movie attendance, like people started to actually go see movies for fun, like a lot. So yeah, that makes a lot of those like legacy titles are just going to be tarnished with the Terrifier 2 director. What I don't like about these movies is it seems like they're and it's weird, especially in the case of Winnie the Pooh and the Grinch, where it's not an official like the Banana Splits is an official movie made by the creators of the Banana Splits, but it's from all the clips I've seen and stuff, it seems like they're kind of doing like fan service when they're not even the ones that created the property, and they're just kind of corny and like playing off of the tropes from the show. But like if you took Winnie the Pooh out of that, or you took the Grinch out of that movie and it was just some generic killer, would it have any artistic value whatsoever, or is it just a movie full of gotchas? You know, that's why I don't want to watch a movie like this. If it's a good movie that happens to feature a beloved childhood character such as Winnie the Pooh,
I mean,
then yeah, but
I don't think every movie has to necessarily be like a big artistic thing too, though. If it's enough to
not
like
even artistic, just good, like a good
yeah, I
movie
don't know. I
with
feel
like
like if it's enough to entertain you, I mean, I didn't regret watching the Mean One. It was fine. Like I'm not gonna go watch it again anytime soon.
But if it wasn't the Grinch, would you have watched it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. It's the characters are what sets it apart and what draws the attention. I was gonna say I think they're just a way to get people in the seats. I think Terrifier started a trend, whether anyone likes it or not, of you can make movies that focus so heavily on the kills and the gore that story doesn't necessarily matter. It's just people just want to be entertained for stuff like that, and you can do it at a hypothetically low cost and make a very big budget. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Terrifier movies, haven't seen them all, so I can't, I'm open to watching them, but Terrifier 3 at the box office was number one for, like, at least a week, I believe 2 weeks, though, which, like, yeah, there wasn't a lot of stuff at the time, but, like, that doesn't happen for horror movies. That's, like, not a thing in the horror community, and, like, even movies that, like, people all around agree are like great movies don't get that. So it is cool to see it, I feel like, whether you like how they do it or not.
Yeah. I do also want to mention we do have a very, very big video coming out soon. It is still being put together, strung together with Pinocchio's bones. It's going to be real neat, so keep an eye out. It's very different from what we usually do. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching our video. We got stuff to do, so we gotta go. I gotta go clock it at Burger King and make money.
And I gotta go yell at him at Burger King. All right, bye. See ya. Bye.